The drama unfolding around the Las Vegas Raiders this week has become a perfect storm of frustration, misplaced criticism, internal tension, and unexpected hope. It all started with a spark, a single comment tossed out on national television by someone who, frankly, should have known better. In an era where every former athlete has a microphone, a platform, and an audience, the value of informed analysis is rapidly disappearing under waves of hot takes. But when those takes start attacking one of the most relentless, disciplined defensive players in the NFL, the reaction is bound to be explosive. That's exactly what happened when Aqib Talib casually questioned Max Crosby's ability to defend the run, a claim so far removed from reality that it left Raiders Nation shaking its collective head in disbelief. Max Crosby has built his entire career on effort, physicality, and elite discipline, the kind of player opposing coaches circle on the scouting report because he disrupts both the passing and running game. For years, he has led the league in tackles for loss, setting the edge with a level of consistency and aggression almost unmatched in today's NFL. Yet somehow, this week he found himself at the center of a misguided comparison, one that not only minimized his skill but made it painfully clear that some people form opinions without even watching the games. When Talib dropped the take on television, it felt like a slap in the face to anyone who follows the Raiders, anyone who respects Crosby's body of work, and anyone who cares about accuracy in sports commentary. The aftermath was swift. Crosby brushed it off with maturity, pointing people to the tape, the stats, the undeniable truth. Talib then scrambled to clarify his comments online, blaming an edited clip, but the damage was done. It was the perfect example of a media landscape obsessed with noise instead of nuance. But beyond the headlines, deeper issues are stirring within the Raiders' locker room. Veteran defensive lineman Adam Butler made waves this week with comments that many believe reflect a growing divide between the offense and defense. He spoke carefully but clearly, venting frustrations about an offensive unit that simply hasn't delivered when it matters. And no one can blame him for feeling that way. The Raiders' offense ranks near the bottom of the league, an ongoing struggle that has dragged the entire team down. Game after game, the defense gives the offense chances to succeed, only to watch those opportunities disappear through poor execution, stalled drives, and costly turnovers. It's not just bad luck. It's the same pattern repeating itself every week, and the players know it. The defense isn't elite, but it has held strong enough to win games the offense simply couldn't close. They rank middle of the pack in every major category, a respectable unit fighting through exhaustion from spending far too much time on the field. Meanwhile, Geno Smith has become the poster child for badly timed turnovers. Whether it's the first play of a game, the final drive, or a key moment after defensive stop, he has thrown interceptions at the worst possible times, leading the entire league in picks and forcing the defense into impossible situations. Breaks momentum, kills morale, and it's the kind of play that shrinks a locker room's confidence in its offense. Layered beneath all of this is something even more complicated, a tension that appears to stretch beyond the field. Butler hinted at deeper issues, frustrations with the coaching dynamic, particularly with Chip Kelly's presence and the dissatisfaction some players may feel toward his approach. His comments were subtle but revealing, the kind of statement that suggests internal friction rather than simple on-field disappointment. When a player says everyone knows what's going on and all they can do is focus on their job, it's a window into a team fighting battles the public rarely sees. Yet amid all the frustration and uncertainty, an unexpected voice emerged with a message that could shape the Raiders' long-term future. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback the league has ever seen and now deeply connected to the Raiders organization, spoke highly of Notre Dame quarterback C.J. Carr. His praise wasn't casual. It was deliberate and powerful, comparing Carr to Joe Burrow during his LSU days. Coming from Brady, that isn't trivial. And when you consider Carr's football lineage, coaches, athletes, championship DNA, it feels like more than just a compliment. Feels like a hint. Carr won't be eligible for the NFL draft until 2027, meaning Brady's comments raise an intriguing possibility. Could the Raiders be planning to bypass next year's quarterback class entirely and wait for the player Brady believes is the next great NFL star? It wouldn't be a shocking strategy. The Raiders' front office brought in Geno Smith with the understanding that he could serve as a bridge quarterback, someone to buy time while the organization builds the right environment for a future franchise quarterback. And considering the lack of superstar prospects in the 2026 quarterback class, waiting might be the smartest long-term move. Names like Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson have potential, but none of them feel like the kind of generational talent a franchise can confidently build around. If the Raiders choose patience instead of desperation, it could pay off in ways fans might not fully appreciate right now. But while the future remains full of questions, the present brings an important test. The Raiders face the Dallas Cowboys this week in a matchup that technically holds little significance for this season. With a 2-7 record, playoff hopes are already gone. But this game holds meaning for other reasons. Pete Carroll isn't the type of coach who tanks. He will fight for every win, every improvement, every ounce of effort from his team. Geno Smith will fight just as hard because his future depends on showing he can still perform at a high level. And beyond that, the entire AFC West will be watching this game closely. The Chiefs and Chargers face Dallas next, meaning the Raiders' performance could become a strategic blueprint for the rest of the division. Even in a down year, one game can shift momentum, reveal weaknesses, or expose opportunities for other teams contending for the playoffs. So while many Raiders fans have emotionally checked out of this season, the team itself cannot afford to. There is pride at stake, evaluation at stake, and the future at stake. And as we've seen throughout the league, sometimes it's the games that seem least important on paper that end up defining a team's direction. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the media has been unfair to Max Crosby? Are the offensive struggles solely on Geno Smith? Or is it a larger system issue? And what do you think about the possibility of the Raiders waiting until 2027 to draft CJ Carr? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive, dramatic NFL analysis delivered straight to you every week.